Congratulations for joining the rabbit farming bandwagon. You are really welcome and you will not regret it this 2024. You're going to make it if you decide to venture into rabbitry. Whatever skill you want to get into it, you will not regret it. This is my prayer. But you need to do your homework first. One of the most important aspects of rabbit keeping, rabbit farming, is the cage system, the hutch, and the housing. And in fact, this is the most expensive part of rabbitry. Therefore, let's dive deep into it. I'm going to take you around my farm and I'm going to show you how we started and the structure. What am I talking about? It just take us there. Let's go. Let's go. I'm sorry. But this is so important to get the housing right. Behind me is a 30 unit rabbit mansion. This is our first rabbit mansion. And look at the design. We've got one common middle and then front and back. We save material there and we created like a communal space for the rabbit where they're seeing each other, because rabbits are social animals. So even if we don't want to keep them together, it's good for them to see each other. They feel like they are together. But this first rabbit mansion initially cost us 15,000 Ghana cedis, which is more than £1,000, just so you know. But we further spent a whole lot more on it because the standard wasn't good. When we consulted this carpenter, he told us he's built so many rabbit hutches and rabbit cages. And what? We believed him. But at the end of the day, he did a job. The building itself is solid. I'm not faulting it. And I like the way he's done it to my spec because I designed it and I wanted it to be this way. But the metals he used, the meshes he used was way too big. The holes in it is way too big, which means any predator can go there and hurt our rabbits. Therefore, I had to literally spend more than a week to put it right the way it should be for these rabbits. In fact, we had some of our first rabbits hurting their legs because look at the space. This is 1x1 or 2x1. I'm not sure. I'm not too good with numbers, but the gauge and the space is too big for the rabbits. So they were hurting their legs and their legs were getting stuck in there, and you can see they don't have mobility because they are scared that they're going to hurt themselves. So in the end, we ended up spending a lot more, and my valuable time went into it. Anyway, these are initial rabbits you're seeing. All 6 of them at the top were pregnant. We asked for them to be crossed. We paid for them to be crossed before bringing them in the farm because that's the way we wanted to start. We wanted to have those that are pregnant. Remember, we're doing farming, so we were dedicated to this. Me being me, after completing the wooden one, I decided to build my own. So what you see behind there is me building it. And this is what I've done. Literally copy what we've done in the wooden one and went all metal because I felt that's more economical in terms of durability. This is galvanized metal. It's a bit more expensive, but it makes sense. And again, we go with a common middle, which means it's communal for the bunnies, and also we are saving ourselves that middle by sharing a common middle, we're saving ourselves material, that distance, the whole of that middle. If we were to do it two separately, we would have to buy more materials, if that makes any sense, even the legs and that. So this is how we went about it. At this point, we've decided we're going to put a canopy on all of them, and therefore, as you can see with this metal one, there is no roof because we know there was a canopy coming. Rabbits don't like the heat that much. They don't like it at all. But they adapt very well. But we have to be careful not to expose them to too much heat. Otherwise, they will get heat stroke and they will die. Rabbits can die from the heat if it's too excessive and they are directly under it, especially the babies. So as you can see here, inside of the door, you can see that there's another metal in there. So I was removing the metal from the outside and then trying to change it, but I gave up, so I had to just slap it, just make sure that it's predator proof. And this is my design at work. I designed these for this worker to follow, and it did very well. In the end, we had 2 other cages plus the one I built myself. So we had 3 units of 30. Does that make sense? Am I speaking normally? So we had 3 units. Each unit has got 30 rooms in it. So as you can see, the roof is up. They're feeling nice and cool. And we had some litter boxes also constructed. And this is it. You have to do this initial investment. The litter boxes are going to be there for so long, even though they might try to chew on it. It's going to be there for a long time. These are your initial investment that you have to make. It's all about the construction, the infrastructure. So whether you're going it small or big, or however you're going it, you have to factor in these particular aspects, because this is what will determine the longevity of your farm. So what have you taken from it? You need to plan, you need to investigate, you need to tell the carpenter what you want. If you can get someone who is also already into rabbit cage construction, that's even better for you. But if you're like me and you get a carpenter who just won the contract, so will tell you any story, then unfortunately you'll have to deal with these kind of issues. Best is for you to do your investigation and tell your carpenter exactly the size of metal that you want to be on the floor at the front, to avoid the mistake I made. My time went into it because I didn't investigate it properly, and my money also went into it. So a double loss, right? I don't want you to face the same thing. And this is why I've got this channel, so I can share my farm experience, mistakes I've made, so that you don't make them. And I'm giving you my farm secret. So what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button so that you will not miss out when we bring out our next video. Talking about next video, if you haven't watched it already, I've released some wonderful videos this January, and therefore you need to watch. I've given you 5 reasons why you should start rabbit farming. You can watch it here, there, yes, it will be there. So you can click on it right now and watch 5 reasons why you should get into rabbitry this January. Don't waste time. This is Rabbito Famino once again, bringing you the best of rabbitry, and we are signing up now. We see you in the next video. Rabbito Famino.